And subsequent to this will be interesting as to which side of the potential run in the Cambridgeshire it is. There was some confusion of that a bit earlier in the week. We're able to clarify that later, but Bullet of which have proved profitable angles. So we'll see if Bullet Point can do it. It is his first foray into group company, so he does take a rising class as well. For the Bet Strensall Stakes, Group 3 and the field lead the stalls. King of Cities was the one that dwelt on the inside stall. Just has to be pushed along early as Boiling Point in the same colours, doing it more easily, and Bullet Point out wide. Gladius is also going on with things out wide in the noseband. So the two from the widest out stalls looks as if they're going to try and cross in front of the field, with Bullet Point and Gladius sitting outside. In third place is Boiling Point with the white cap. He's just holding that rail position, but he's keen to do so. Then the blue colours as they sit up of Skukuza. King of Cities in fifth, and the pace has steadied as Boiling Point leads Bullet Point, who's happy to sit in second. Striped colours in sixth on the fence belong to Beaumark, and the last two Check and Challenge, and last of all King's Gambit. So it's the keen Boiling Point who leads them on the turn round the home bend. Bullet Point in second, just ahead of King of Cities, who's now on the running rail in the yellow cap with the black spots. Gladius in the noseband in fourth. Fifth place belongs to Beaumark, then Check and Challenge. And the last two are Skukuza, and last of all King's Gambit. So they're comping right up the centre of the Knavesmire here, and it's Boiling Point who's led them to this point, from Bullet Point in second. King of Cities travelling comfortably in third. Gladius makes a little bit of ground. Also making ground is King's Gambit as Bullet Point is asked to stretch but hasn't got to Boiling Point yet. Right hand side King of Cities, also on the right hand side is Beaumark. Pushed along now is Gladius. Bullet Point beginning to try and move through the gears, hasn't shaken off Boiling Point. King of Cities on the inside, or Gladius, and it's Gladius and King of Cities who strike on. Bullet Point still galloping on. Boiling Point still there. Skukuza trying to land a blow. Then towards the outside King's Gambit, it's King of Cities who has the lead from Boiling Point. Gladius in third. Skukuza down the outside, he's staying on strongly. Skukuza coming at King of Cities and Boiling Point hit the line. King of Cities and Boiling Point from Skukuza in third. Back in fourth is Gladius, and then King's Gambit. King of Cities got to the front, seemed to either idle. Boiling Point has been galloping back at the leader. It is very close between the two. King of Cities seem to just drop their head, and King of Cities on the far side is just going to prevail. Narrower than it looked, because both Boiling Point and Skukuza on the outside, who's got to within about a neck or so, were coming at the front pair. Then in fourth place was Gladius. Fifth place then for King's Gambit. Bullet Point just didn't really seem to fire today. King of Cities blew the starts, his first success of the season. What a day it could be for Sheikh Mohammed Obeid Al Maktoum. Rezalian still to come. Sean Levey with a chance in the Ebor as well. Richard Hannon wins the opener, a 1-2 for the owner. King of Cities, we think, will get the verdict over Boiling Point in the photo.
Yes, that's a huge boost for Team Rezalian ahead of the Group 1 later. Called the winner, King of Cities, Sean Levey, who rides Rezalian for Richard Hannon in those colours. Sheikh Mohammed Obeid, who's had a 1-2 for good measure, with Boiling Point in second. Skukuza flying in third. The market told you how King's Gambit was going to run earlier. He was nowhere, trying to come from the back, which has been virtually impossible all week. Adele, we pick it up, 4 in line.
Yeah, I think this track has really played into this horse's strength. You look back through some of his form, he won at Chester, which is a nice, flat, easy track, and he's probably got a couple of excuses for his defeats this year on tracks that he maybe wasn't all in that love with. He's not got a massive stride, he's quite a short, choppy action, so I really think he's enjoyed that really nice, flat, more of a kind of sharper track.
We will